saving time, little time-saving hacks. And at the end, I want to show you my bliss box, and I want to tell you how to enter today's giveaway. So, and a little bit more about that. So we can hope this isn't too annoying of an angle. Anyway, so the first thing that really made me happy was putting my flip-flops in the wash machine and just having them come out nice and clean and new looking. It just made me so happy. So yeah, that's my first tip. It has to do with the wash machine. Put things in the wash machine as you can, like baby shoes, flip-flops. I'm curious what all other people put in the wash machine that, I guess I don't get very grossed out by things that are super dirty, put like shoes and stuff to put them in the wash machine. I mean, it all gets clean, and I try to invest in a good laundry soap. So I was very tickled that my flip-flops got so nice and new again. So another thing that goes along with that is the baby's high chair. It gets very dirty, and that bugs me, but I don't have time to do a deep clean and scrub it all over every time he eats. So I wish I had thought of this sooner, but the other day I decided I was going to do a little bit extra cleaning just to kind of get, just for the sake of spring cleaning. And I just took the high chair outside and like squirted Dawn soap all over it, and then got the hose. It took me, I don't think it even took 5 minutes, and it was just totally new looking again. It just made me so happy. And it was a sunny day. I like to do these things on sunny days because then it can dry quickly. I actually ended up taking the rug that was in our living room, I took it out. That was kind of a mistake because then it got cloudy later that evening, and I had a harder time getting that to dry. But anyway, I got it figured out eventually. So the next thing is, this might be, I don't know, it's just something that I thought of while shopping when we moved this last time, is I was going to get like shower curtains and bath mats, and so I tried to find something that would be easy to put in the wash machine as well. And I never take off the rings, like I take off the bar, and then I slide it all off and then throw it all in the wash machine with the bath mat and everything. And I figured that way maybe it gets done a little more often. So that might be a thing of where you have to think ahead, like when you're shopping or whatever. But maybe I'll do that already, but that's tip number 2. Number 3 is, it has to do with food. So I was talking to my friend Connie a while back, and we were talking about, meal planning and stuff. I've meal planned for a long time, but then I still would like have to get the meat out and thaw it, and I buy chicken in like these big containers from Aldi, and then if I just put it in the freezer, it's all stuck together, and it's really not very fun to thaw that yet and try to get food on the table while my child is hungry already. And especially if it's been a busy day. So what I've started to do is just cut up little pieces of chicken, like the whole package, when I get home from, not always when I get home from grocery shopping, but I try to do it within the next couple days, and then fry it in batches that would be enough for one meal. And then I put that like in a Ziploc bag, and then I don't have a vacuum sealer. I would love to have one, maybe this fall if we go hunting or butcher or whatever. But I don't have one now, so what you can do is, if you don't have one, is just put the food in the bag, and then fill up the sink with water. And then I filled it up with cool water because I didn't have time to sit around and wait for the chicken to cool off and whatever. Anyway, it just cooled the chicken a little bit before I stuck it in the freezer then. But so I kind of flatten it, and then I put it under water, and then zip it shut, like to kind of get the air out. Does that make sense? So that's worked really well. And then I seasoned them differently, and I used, and they thaw really nice if you press it flat. All you have to do is fill up the sink with hot water again. And here's one, I'll share a couple meals that I've made with prepared chicken like that. I was always worried that it would taste like leftovers if I did meal prep and put it in the freezer and stuff. I'm just not very good at that, but this worked really well because the chicken was done, and I let the chicken thaw in the sink of hot water, like not all the way obviously, but or I guess you could, but I have sometimes done like a chicken broccoli casserole, and then while that's thawing, then I put the potatoes in my Instapot and get broccoli, and it's a chicken broccoli casserole that I like to make, and then that goes on top of mashed potatoes, or not mashed potatoes, but well, it can be mashed potatoes, but like, yeah, just the baked potatoes, and then you break them up and then put that on top. Hope that makes sense. I could share recipes here so that you know what I mean. So that's one meal that I've made. I make enchiladas. Yeah, I like making enchiladas. I don't always thaw the chicken all the way for that. I would just cut up an onion and then fry it in some butter, and then put that chicken in there just to warm it up, and then while the onions fry, and then I just get cheese and wrap it up in little, the little enchilada corn tortillas, and then put the sauce on and cheese, and that works really good, and that's quick. And then another thing that I've made is, did I say nachos already? I like to mix the chicken with some enchilada sauce for that as well, sometimes, I don't always, just to make it a little more moist, to go on top of the chips, and then put cheese on there. And I love making quesadillas. That's a nice quick lunch thing that I've enjoyed making. And so yeah, those are some ideas. I know you can put it on top of salads as well. And yeah, those are just a few ideas for that. If you have more ideas on that, then you can feel free to share it with us. And I do that with ground beef as well, but I don't have quite as many ideas off the top of my head to share with y'all right now with ground beef. I feel like I often make meatloaf or things that you have to thaw it before, I feel like it's a bit different with ground beef. I'm still figuring that out, but that's helped me so much. And then I try to write down a list of things that I could make with what I have in the freezer, and it's just kind of thinking ahead so that when I get home in the evening, or that it's really easy. I don't have to think a lot yet in the evening when I'm trying to make supper, so that's been so handy. And the next thing is it's with food as well. I make sandwiches pretty much every day for lunch, and unless if there's leftovers, but often if I'm out here working and I have Major with me, we all like sandwiches. Randy likes sandwiches too, so I usually make sandwiches to take along and store in the fridge till we're ready to eat. And they've gotten boring, so what I did then is I just decided, sandwiches are fine. But also, I would get different cheeses or different meat, or even you can get different kinds of bread to make it more interesting. But just having stuff for sandwiches on hand all the time, it helps me out in a pinch, because I can make sandwiches really fast when I'm not sure if we're what's going to happen that day. If I just make sandwiches for lunch, and then that's done, and yeah. Okay, so the next thing is something that I'm still trying to learn, and it's business related. I'm trying to catch up with our paperwork, keeping track of all the business expenses and all that type of thing. I'm trying to keep track of that quarterly. I'm trying to catch up with it instead of just all at the end of the year, and then usually I would kind of know where we're at, but now I'm trying to not have so much stress at the end and trying to do it all at once at the end of the year or at the beginning of next year. And so I'm trying to do it quarterly, and I think it's going to save me so much time. And the next thing is not to clean the house all the time. This has been tough for me, and y'all might laugh at me, but that's fine. Since having a toddler, it's when you clean the house, it doesn't stay clean, and it's tempting to just clean up all the time and try to have it clean all the time. And some of that, it is fine, I'm sure, and I do some where I feel like it's reasonable, but rather than cleaning up all the time and trying to have it nice and tidy, I'm trying to make so that I just clean up once in the evening, or maybe even every other day, or just trying to chill with things laying around. And yeah, that part is hard for me. So if you have tips on that, on how to change your mindset, let me know. So yeah, that, and okay, next thing here is it's been helpful for me to set a morning routine, kind of the things that I need to do every day anyway, and just get them out of the way. And this is not something that I do every day, but if I kind of have in mind the things that I need to do every morning, first thing, just quickly do them and then get them out of the way so they're not on my mind the rest of the day. If I can have kind of a routine like that, even if I don't keep it every day. If I feel like life is getting chaotic, I can just go back to that routine and be like, okay, I'm just going to go to bed earlier tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to try to start fresh, get up a little earlier, and it's all going to be fine. Like that, a routine can still help, even if you don't keep it all the time. So that's what I've found as well. One big one for me is to not be on social media as much, and that's usually the first thing I look at when I feel like I don't have enough time, is like, how much time am I spending on my phone? That's not business related, but even business related, I have to write down what I'm gonna do and then set a timer, so that, and then when I see the timer going, then I'm like, oh no, I can't waste my time just doing nothing, so I better, you know, get the thing done that I'm supposed to accomplish on my phone here or whatever. So that has helped me too. And then I also turning off notifications and setting a time to kind of having a time where you want to be on social media and be aware of that. I guess that's something that I need to work on, and because I want to, like, when I relax in the evening or just whenever, I want to have it more where I'm not just, you know, maybe where I'm reading a book instead, or playing with my baby, or, you know, things like that. And so, or with my toddler, he's not really a baby anymore, but seeing that's exactly the thing. I want to spend time enjoying him, because he's growing so fast. So anyway, the next thing is, and this kind of goes along with doing meal planning. If you don't do meal planning yet, I highly recommend just starting it and tell yourself, okay, I'm just going to do this for 2 weeks, or maybe even just tell yourself for a month. And then if you like it, you can keep going. And if you don't, then don't. Then don't keep going with it, because it was hard for me to actually get to it, but once I did, I was like, wow, it is just so much more, like, my mind is so much more at ease, not having to think each day what I'm going to make for supper. And I don't have, like, I just have a list of like 10 meals per 2 weeks or so that I know I have the groceries for, and then I can just pick from that whatever we feel like eating that day. Or like I say, I prep the chicken for it, and yeah. So I guess the idea is to make like simple decisions, like what to eat and what workout to do, is to kind of get them out of the way. That way, if you know what to do, it's easier to just go ahead and do it. And with my workouts, I've found that it's a lot easier for me. I have like an app where, you know, they tell you what workout to do every day, and you can pick like what program you want to follow or whatever. So that helps as well. And another thing, I don't know if this saves time for everybody, but for me it does, is to do one load of laundry each day of the week, like a different kind. On Monday I do jeans and like work clothing, kind of the real greasy, dirty stuff that I don't put in the dryer, that I hang out on the line. So I do that on Monday, and then I do towels the next day, and then I do colors, like all the just miscellaneous things the day after that. And then what do I do then? Oh yeah, maybe the sheets, or I feel like Major's clothes I kind of do them as needed. I feel like I'm not quite in the routine of knowing exactly how many clothes he needs, and like it varies and all that stuff. So that's still not perfect, but I feel like if I'm not at home, if I'm not at home, it's every day, then it's easier to do just one load of laundry each day, because I like to be home when the dryer's running. That's just me. If you leave home with your dryer running, that's totally fine. I guess I'm a little afraid of house fires, but anyway, so I feel like I like to be at home, even though the washer and dryer are doing most of the work. So it has saved me a lot of time, like not to have to set aside a whole day just to catch up on laundry. And then there's always some clean clothes, and even if I get behind a day, it's not that big of a deal. I can just double up the next day or whatever. So, and I used to do it that way with house cleaning, but I decided no, I like to have it all clean at once, and then like start over every week. And one of my friends actually said too that she, like a couple times a week, she has a power hour where like she tries to set aside time and do whatever house cleaning, whatever laundry she can do. And then that way, if she starts to get overwhelmed or frustrated at the messy house or the laundry pile, then she knows, okay, I'm gonna have this time. Yeah, you know, I don't have to freak out just because I can't get to it right now. So that's something that that's kind of how I do it with my house cleaning. Trying to be a bit more okay with the mess. So, yeah. that some of that helped. I'm sure y'all probably knew some of this already, and I'd be interested to know what other time-saving hacks you like, and you can comment below and let us know. I'm doing a giveaway for the mini Superfruits facial mask. I don't have it here with me. I thought I'd be home by now, but I'm not. But that mask it helps for pores, fine lines. It helps to brighten your skin, and it feels so clean, and my skin feels soft, and I've heard people even say their skin right away looks smoother. I don't look at my skin that closely. I usually do, that's another thing, I usually do it while I'm, folding laundry or doing something like that. I put my facial mask on, and then later, I know it's good for my skin, like over time I see results, but I don't necessarily go look in the mirror whenever I pass the kitchen sink and decide to quick take it off, So anyway, but it's very, it cleans your skin well, gets all the dead skin cells off, and it helps your skin to glow. So I'm giving away a mini thing like that, and all you have to do is send back the bonus word in a text. The bonus word is going to be time. So hope that makes sense. Just send that back to me in a text or messenger, whatever you want, and then I'll enter you to win the mini facial mask. And oh yeah, I was going to show you my bliss box as well. So the mystery host event, a lot of you know, but Lemongrass Spa is a company that does, like they do parties or whatever. You can do, like when people, if you have a host, and then people place orders, that host gets, a certain percentage of her event sales for free. Well, the mystery host event is where I'm hosting it, but then I draw a name from everyone who orders to get the shopping spree, and that shopping spree goes up depending on how much was sold during that event. So that's what's going on, in case you didn't already know. But yeah, here's the bliss box. I'm a little bit late. They were revealed like probably a week, maybe 2 weeks ago even. So it comes with a little card with instructions for the things. Okay, this is the passport cover. My passport actually is it's not expired, not nearly expired. I was not planning to get married when I had it made, and so it has my maiden name on it, and so yeah, I can't use it now. But anyway, you can put other things in here. I'll probably use this for, oh yeah, it's basically like a wallet. So yeah, this comes in the bliss box. It has the lemongrass logo on it, and this smells really good. It's a shower steamer. It smells like lemon dessert. It smells really good. I wonder how to use that. Does it say, oh yeah, you put it in the shower in the corner, and then it kind of steams and like gives you kind of aromatherapy, I guess. And then here's the green tea face cream. That is totally new to me. I have not even tried it. I want to see what the texture is here. Bear with me, so it still takes a bit. Some of these pumps, actually, yes, I should mention this. Sometimes when you buy new products from Lemongrass, it takes a while for it to come out, so don't freak out. And it's best if you don't unscrew this, because it's an air pump. So just have a little patience before opening it. Of course, if your pump doesn't work, let me know, and then I'll get them to replace it for you. But just keep it in mind, try it for a while before opening it, because there's no straw, but it's like an air pump. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, this is a very lightweight texture. This is going to be good for my oily skin. It doesn't have much of a smell to it, but this is what I've been smelling, the exfoliating body wash. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe the smell. But yeah, this is body wash that has a little exfoliation for you all over. And you can imagine that you are on a tropical vacation when you use that. So yeah, if you want to order one, it'll count for the Mystery Hostess event. And yeah, I think they're 75% sold out. And it's a non-subscription box. It's just they come out with exclusive items once in a while, and yeah, a box like this is, I think this one's worth 60 or 70, something like that, and it ships for free for 45. So anyway, just figured now that I finally got it, I would show y'all, and it makes a great gift as well. It's another way you can save time. You don't have to shop around for a whole gift. You could just send it to them. But yeah, let me know if you need a bliss box, and remember to send back the bonus word if you want to enter for the facial mask. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you tomorrow about gardening.